Alright, for now for me chat to BB BM Samo BB Aqua by Ediba and Kasa TV. So and Kasakasi Bosona Edus Sisi Asamo Muni, Semi Jema Beja said, yeah, media updates and trending news on Quanam Dusumity for my for Yambo Ray and Nancy Muntintimia. Abusia for your Becqua Pimu a year Ahmed Suale Akachi, name say for some time for over some years a year. 2019 na obi bɔ ɛyɛ Ahmed Suale etu ɛgye ne nkwa efiri ne nsɛm yayaya na kyerɛ sɛ ɛyɛ ɛbra na ɔne BBC ɛyɛ investigation bi ɛwɔ ɔman kronkron Ghana ase na amanfo bebree na accuse especially NDC amanoko ne accuse ɛyɛ Kennedy Akompreko Japan sɛ onim ho bi fi sɛ Kennedy Akompreko Japan kɔtana ne radio station and in the TV station na two ekoka say Ahmed Suale ba ne studio bi ma obema amanfo abono fi say onye ni papa na busuafo investigation akoso for so longer na nkaibo na say update ya benya fi sansem we won say Ahmed Suale BBC ene Ghana investigation so mo hwehwe mu ahwehwe mu ama yehu say Ahmed Suale ne best friend na enim ehu bi na ebre say wote say yabo Ahmed Suale etu pe na ofiri oman konko Ghana kupie mu United States na nkaba abekan yansa ne say yache Ahmed Suale ne best friend no a say investigation further investigation be koso na mepese kwakotie nsani mu nchi mu yi pa.
One, the way he oversaw the brutal treatment of Democracy Hub protesters from Occupy Julobi House to Stop Galamsey protests. This includes the way he set his sights on me, Oliver referring to himself, doing almost everything in his power to use the police force against me and other conveners. I believe in that. He was extremely used by the former regime. He was their lapdog and he delivered. No, Oliver, there you are wrong. Dampare was not used by the former regime. How many times did Nana Akufo-Addo not advise Dampare that stop this picture and do the work? How many times? How many times did interior ministers not call Dampare and say, listen, you have to focus on the work, and he gets angry? How many times did Dampare not fight with Henry Quartey? How many times? How many times was there not argument at national security meetings with the president chairing about Dampare's public conduct? How many times? How many times did national security meetings not stop to discuss Dampare's conduct and his obstinacy and his intransigence? How many times? How many? A lapdog for them. But let's move on. Oliver continues. Point 2. He says the way Dampare empowered some criminal elements within the police PID, those Dampare's people, that's what they were called. PID. Dampare came and set up another police for himself. And here is alleging that the way in which Dampare empowered these criminal elements within the PID, who committed crimes and had absolutely zero regard for due process, human life, or justice. They committed crimes that even Duterte, who is before the Hague for crimes against humanity, will be shy to imagine. Everyone I know in the police hierarchy and rank and file were complaining about the abuses of the PID guys, but everyone treated them as untouchables because they were Dampare's own terror squad. This is true. Everybody in the police service, all of us who are in media, have been getting calls from 2019-20, when Dampare became the IGP, from 2021, I think it was 22 or so. That Dampare has a squad. He has a murder squad. They are killing people. Every policeman told all of us, if you complain about it, you get fired. Dampare was running a terror regime with the police and also allegedly pilfering their money. Dampare, he was doing that allegedly, pilfering their money. The police. Number 3 on Oliver. He says, his lies, which is Dampare's lies. I have never seen a more dishonest Bible-touting individual. Oliver here describes Dampare as a liar who is a very dishonest Bible-touting individual. Oliver wrote this early this morning, about 9 o'clock. It was up. By that time, the report of Dampare hadn't come. So clearly, Oliver knew that Dampare was going to be fired today. So, a few people knew. I mean, I didn't know. I just found out when the report came out. I didn't know. But it looks like some people knew. Okay, let's move on. He comes second. Oh no, this one I don't want to read it. Oliver says that in Dampare's Bible dishonesty, he comes second to Ken Ofori-Atta. I won't read that one. Ken Ofori-Atta is a good man. Despite this, Oliver goes on. He went ahead curating PR event. This was our problem with him. Despite all his lies, his dishonesty, his allegedly funding a PID squad in the police service that was committing criminality, in spite of all of these allegations, Ekufu Dampare went ahead curating PR events of babies kissing his hand and creating such a PR-driven service to mask his extreme dishonesty. This is the thing that annoyed all of us. That Dampare's alleged dishonesty was being covered up by his PR gimmicks. How can an IGP say a camera should follow me that I'm going to buy cocoa in Katie? How low can you get? How big? How bizarre can you get as an IGP? Parliament and is crying. How bizarre can you get? And you are the same person who is alleged to be funding criminal elements in the police, shooting and killing people. We are going to investigate all that. He will never get away with it. We'll teach him that this is a republic. It has rules, it has court, it has appeal, it has high court, and it has systems that work. So that anything that Dampare may have done that is illegal, that is criminal, is going to come to the fore. They are preparing the video. You will see the jubilation of the police. Today is truly the Police Independence Day. Now, number 4. Oliver says, Dampare's total disregard for other senior police hierarchy. He had his own clique and camp. Those he liked, he kept close. Those he didn't like, he felt it apart. He was petty, vindictive, and just an extremely insecure man. Wow. Man. Wow. Dampare, petty, vindictive, and extremely insecure. He lacks confidence of himself. A police officer. He's always looking for how to gain something. You go and call small children that you are looking for how to gain something. You go and call small children that you are engaging with them, and that the camera should film it and put it out. That Dampare is that you're a pedophile. Will you be happy? IGP, you are engaging with small children, so that they film it and you show that you can come to the level of children. So you should be IGP. Today you have been sacked. He was petty, vindictive, and just an extremely insecure man. He was petty, vindictive, and just an extremely insecure man. I say good riddance. The man must rest for new blood to learn from where he failed. Shalom, Oliver. Shalom. That's Oliver Baka Vomahos. He says Dampare's undoing were 4 things. That is very, very important. Now, this evening, as the information is popping up that Dampare was going to be, we saw the drama started from around 3 o'clock when all of us, our phones were buzzing. Charlie, what's happening? Everybody's making phone calls. Then we are told that, look, there's some, let's do the age thing first. I'll come to this one. Then we are told that, hey, something is coming up. Something is coming up. There's a research group that is bringing something up against Dampare. I think the research group in the police were trying to facilitate Dampare's speedy removal. So this came up. I'm going to read it. It's entitled The Age of Ekufu Dampare. This document is not prepared by us. We are reading it. It's not prepared by us. We do not have any basis to say that it is true or it's not true, but it's for public interest. It's a high public interest value. And some of the things it says are interesting. So let's look at it. Dr. George Ekufu Dampare completed the Buakwa State College in the Eastern Region in 1987 at the age of 24, aligning with the birth year of 1963 rather than 1970. Apparently, Dr. Dampare is saying that he was born in 1970, and this report is indicating that he was born in 1963. the allegation is for age forgery. The allegation here is that Dampare has forged his age on top of his everything, taking pictures with children. Okay. 2, he initially struggled with weak O levels. All of us did, so that's no problem. Which he later improved as a private candidate in November, December. All of us did, so no problem. In November, December 1989. So he first wrote the O level in 1987. And then he wrote it again in 1989, 2 years later. 3, he subsequently used the improved results to enter the Ghana Police Service in December 1990 at the age of 27. However, in 2 prior attempts, 1988